Who came here from the farthest tonight? Moscow?
Moscow.
Who's the Moscow guy? I don't even know what you said. You could have said, I need a kidney. Help me. Do you want to come up, Moscow? And just talk to us? We won't pick on you. London.
I think Moscow's far enough. I guess we got that laid-back beat in the wings.
Here, you can sit there and take this mic.
What's in the backpack?
It's actually all my life savings, and I'm from Russia, and I'm afraid I can get robbed.
Yeah, I mean, that
jackpot. Podcast jackpot. There's so many things a stranger can say when they get on stage at a podcast. All of my life savings are in my backpack. Is you know, that's right up there with I'm gay, black, and blind. What's your name, first of all?
Zhenya, but I can.
You don't want to say?
Actually, that was my name.
Oh, okay. No. I didn't mean it was a. I didn't mean it didn't sound like a name. I saw hesitance on your face, and I thought maybe that you.
American analog is something like Eugene.
Oh, you. So is it a Chinese name? Not Eugene, the other one. No. What's the origin of your real name?
Russian.
You're born in Russian. That's your Russian name.
Actually, I was born in Russian, but my grandfather is from Vietnam. I never knew him.
So is that a Vietnamese name? The first one you mentioned?
No. It's actually it's totally Russian name.
Totally Russian. Okay. Can you say it again? Because
Zhenya.
Zhenya. Okay. You know what? I'm racist because when you said Zhenya, I pictured it spelled with an X and a bunch of like vowels. So Eugene is the way it gets kind of.
Yeah, you've got Pushkin version of Evgeny Onegin. It's like Eugene Onegin.
I've seen Yevgeny before a lot, but never the way that you just pronounced it for your name.
Well,
it's different. It's like a modification though. They're similar names.
It's a shorter version.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Have you lived in Russia your whole life?
Yep.
And this is the first time you've been in the U.S.?
Yeah.
So how does it come to be that all of your worldly possession is it just you travel to the hilt?
Well, I can tell a long version or short version.
I guess it all depends on if it involves werewolves or chess.
Well, Joe McHale counts as werewolf.
Sure.
Definitely.
Well,
his hair certainly changes at night.
Well, actually, I saw Joe McHale messed up some video show, and everyone's talked about his. Oh, he just didn't give a damn about that video show, and I just wanted to get to know what's this guy. He's okay. These games are just shitty, and he's don't like to be here. And he made the fun of a guy who wears all jackets in LA at I don't know how many degrees.
So Joel McHale was on a show that you.
Yeah, basically, Joe McHale. Googled him. He's in Community. He's what's Community? And I watched that show and.
So you're a huge fan of Joel McHale. So you Googled Community.
No one knew the guy, but he looked nice and.
Oh.
How did you first come upon Joel McHale?
Well, I just told.
Just watching TV in Russia?
No, it's say thanks to piracy. Yeah.
You downloaded Joel McHale.
Actually, community. We don't have
Right.
community.
So what you're saying is that, you're in Russia, you BitTorrented community, or something that Joel was in, and then you're like, what the hell is this? And are you saying that you made a pilgrimage to come see this show? Because,
Actually, because of the Harmontown, because in the end, I got into Harmontown. I started at the first, episode, session, and I listened through all these series. And who's Adam Goldberg?
Is this real? Is that real? That was so flawless. At this point, you could be a highly trained Upright Citizens Brigade. Practical joke.
I just Googled him, and there's a guy that plays in Saving Private Ryan, the Jew guy, and
you found the wrong Adam Goldberg.
Yeah.
The Days of Confused Adam
Then
Goldberg.
I get this.
Not
that Adam Goldberg.
Yeah. Is Adam here? Are you here?
Is he gonna kill me?
Adam, I bet we thought we'd never hear you say those words. Adam, do you want to come up and meet this? This guy's traveled the globe. I mean, not to meet you, but he's just curious about you.
I'd hope not. How's it going?
This is Adam Goldberg.
How's it going, Dan?
Nice to meet you.
I got you a wedding thing for Aaron. It's Ace of Spies. It's a game, fun.
What should I get Dan for his wedding?
Well, I don't know. Are you on the clock?
What's another game?
Shadowrun?
I'm going to get Dan Shadowrun for his wedding. Thanks for helping me figure that out.
For my wedding, if you get yourself Shadowrun and then we start to play in the new year, we'll play Shadowrun on the podcast.
I feel like it'd just be easier if I got you Shadowrun.
And then I have to game master?
I don't know. I just, that's the end of it if I just gave it to you.
Thank you, Adam.
No worries. So you came here with all... Why do you have all your money with you? That's the mystery here, right?
Well, when you leave Russia, you don't just leave stuff in Russia.
They have bank accounts.
Banks are capitalists. They just have a big pile of their stuff in the center of the... I'm kidding. It's not true. They converted to capitalism.
Oh. Actually, our currency is falling down or rising up in some other way, like falling.
Yeah.
Even the currency is rising up.
Yeah.
Well, whose ain't, brother? We got to go to that Bitcoin business. We gotta do some kind of Google money now.
What if you can mine Bitcoins in Minecraft? Oh. Did I just make $1 million?
Spencer, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here, man. You gotta get out of here right now.
Start running like I have the golden ticket.
Yeah. Out of my way.
I watched that Bitcoin documentary and still don't understand it, but what I do understand is that it is inevitable. It may not be Bitcoin, but obviously we have to go to some kind of peer-to-peer currency, right?
Well, haven't I explained this to you, Dan? It's a cash register full of math.
Yes.
The way I always heard it...
so simple.
The way I always heard Bitcoin was if I gave you a Dave & Buster's dollar for every hour you spent idling your car.
It's like that, yes.
That's how much the money is worth and how much electricity it actually costs to make.
Well, electricity, who cares?
Yeah, it's infinite.
Well, well, I think at this point, after watching this documentary, I think that any arguments for or against Bitcoin are kind of it's sort of actually mute. The larger conversation or realization should be that, like MP3 technology, there is really nothing that's going to stop the nations of the world from inevitably, if we continue to exchange any kind of currency, it's going to have to become a global kind of peer-to-peer currency. It's not because we're anarchists, it's because the governments will not be able to sustain themselves while trying to endorse different kinds of currency. They will one by one become incompatible with something that spreads.
I bet Adam disagrees with that.
I guess you know me well. The thing about having a universal currency, it's a really big staple of sci-fi, even in Shadowrun. But the ability to issue debt from huge nations to huge nations means that having the yen and having the dollar be different things is really, really useful. Well, if everything is like future bucks, then Japan can't control their exports and imports or set taxes that say this is valued internally as a currency and this is worth less as we export it.
I hear you there. Definitely agree. That's that. I mean, in that I don't understand that shit at all, and therefore I definitely readily accept that it's impossible to take. But there's a difference between saying universal currency and peer-to-peer currency.
What's the difference between a dollar and a Bitcoin right now in terms of me being able to send it to you and you being able to send it to me, hopefully in a large amount?
There's a cash register made of math.
A cash register is made of math. It takes one and then it turns it into 100 of something else.
That's
in this
math.
case, dollars and pennies. Yeah, that's a cash register. This is the most thrilling thing. We should go back to talking about your dog, who is so cute. Is it a Muppet dog?
Is it undignified or embarrassing to admit, in my position or not, that I don't understand anything that you guys are talking about?
I'd say that's a winning statement right there. A lot of people are on your side.
I'm not trying. Yeah, I mean, if you don't, yeah, okay. So a couple of people also don't. Good, that's cool. Did you guys see Interstellar? Because I didn't. That's a movie you could see everywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't
everywhere.
understand anything. Not only do I not understand Bitcoin, I don't understand the actual American dollar or anything about economics worldwide.
Okay, good. Same page.
The thing that felt clear to me watching this documentary is that technology is going to affect currency as surely as it has affected culture, media of exchange, like ideas, the way that we shoot things, edit things, record things. They become peer-to-peer over time. They transcend things as relatively vestigial as what country you live in over time. It just seems like a safe enough bet. I don't know, but there's no risk at that bet because it's either 50 years or 500 years or 5 years from now, and I don't know which it is. But we are tending toward, we are going to end up not like going, oh, here's a picture of the Queen on a piece of paper. We're going to be sending each other blip blops, and they're going to be called one thing because. I mean, I don't know.
I still think there's a scale difference because Channel 101 is the best this year as it's ever been in terms of cinematography, in terms of quality, in terms of people turning out half-hour-long finales to some of their series. But there's still a difference between an episode of Community and the finale of Fish Bulbs Are Definitely My Thing. Which you should all watch because Fish Bulbs Is Definitely My Thing is fucking amazing. And it tells you how the movie 7 ends.
Whoa.
All right, Adam Goldberg, everybody. You got to meet Adam
Don't
Goldberg.
kill me.
He did it. That was Adam Goldberg. What did you think?
Great guy, but he's not in the movie.
He's not at Saving Private Ryan.
He's in the movie for like a frame. There is a shot of Adam Goldberg in the movie.
Yeah, he's reacting to something.
Have you seen Dazed and Confused? Because that same actor is in. Have you seen Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused?
Actually, no.
Because that guy Adam Goldberg is like, he's like pacing around in the woods and he's like, dominant male monkey motherfucker! And he's like, puffs his chest up, he's wearing an army jacket. Anyway, you should check it out.
It's the same guy.
Oh.
And he's got a new sitcom on ABC.
Is that the Meet the
Goldbergs.
Goldbergs? Okay, so the print
That's
ads...
a different Adam Goldberg.
The print ads of that show, Meet the Goldbergs, like in some of them, they tried to do this thing where, oh, it's a bad picture. We're bad at taking pictures. My eyes are closed during the picture. But in some of the shots, they don't understand how eyelids work. And the lower eyelid goes up way too far and it looks hideous like they're reptile people. And it's like, couldn't you ask the people to close their eyes for the photo? You had to Photoshop these disgusting eyelids. I'm sorry.
You clearly haven't seen the show because it's about a family of reptile people. So
it's like, oh, my inner eyelid's stuck again before the big dance.
yeah.
My tail fell off. Is it gonna regrow before photo picture day?
That was the finale last season. It was really good.
The photo picture day episode.
Photo picture.
All right, New Zealand guy. Where's the New Zealand guy? You want to come up here for a second? What's your name?
Matthew.
What brings you from New Zealand?
Bunch of TV stuff, actually. I kind of went to table reads of Family Guy and The Simpsons, and spent a day on the set of a couple of TV shows
What for?
because I like them.
Wait, you're just there? You're just there as a fan?
Yeah.
They let you in? They just let you come in? And
I actually did the same thing on Community last year.
oh yeah?
Yeah. I won a charity auction to attend some of these things.
Oh.
So spent the money. And,
So you're kind of loaded. You're down there in Kiwi Town, and you're sitting on some
Serious bank?
some koalas, as we call them.
Their universal unit of currency in New Zealand. The koala.
Yeah, soon to be e-koalas.
Big koala.
And you're like, I could give this money. It'll go to charity, and I can get close to my favorite shows. That's nice.
Yeah.
How was your visit to Community?
It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I actually got it on a scene on season 5.
Oh, that's right. I think I've talked to you before, right?
Briefly at the
Yeah.
scene.
All right, now it's all coming back, more or less. You want to come to my wedding? No, Aaron will yell at me. I keep doing that. I keep just going, hey, you gonna come to my wedding? There's the seating chart. I can't do that. So, what's better, Russia or New Zealand? I mean, are you guys proud of your countries? Do you have patriotism where you come from?
We're pretty slack about it. We get compared to Californians, and Australians get compared to Texans in terms they're very Aussie, oi, oi, oi. And we just, I don't know. We live there.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I actually can call myself patriot, but our kings made some stupid decisions all the time.
Yeah. You guys don't still have kings, though. We know that. You're trying to trick
how
us.
many terms has Putin been serving lately? It's kind
What's
of
going
like
on with that Putin
right?
fella?
He's trying to
Are
be
you
a
allowed
king.
to say? Will he beat you up if you say
He
something?
will. Then he'll
No,
post news
actually-
articles about it.
I don't know. He's got mad, I think.
In Russian, does the word Putin
Putin's.
because it's kind of a
Yeah.
you know what it is over here. He's like he's farting. He's Putin. What are you doing over there, Vladimir? I'm Putin. You like that? Is that funny in Russia? Because it's not here. So, I'm hoping to get into the export business.
I guess I'll never know after this show. No, I judge it.
I have Russia. I still have Russia questions.
Okay.
So the alcoholism.
Yeah, that's part of our lives.
Yeah. Why? Because the stereotype is because of the weather. It's just cold in Russia, so everybody drinks. Like it seems a little oversimplified.
Yeah, it's actually more than that.
Yeah. How much more?
Well, everyone is grumpy and don't want to rage against something. He just want to drink up, forget about things, and
So it's sad there. Is the implication there, or is it just with with America's rich tradition of like we have retail therapy. Like we would just go. Like when things are at their most culturally obtuse, you would see us buying the most pants ever. And like cereal, there'd be 9 different cereals, and there's like a CG bear going like sugar, 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 sugar smack. And it's just like everything's just kind of crazy in a consumery way. And in Russia, it's like. At the height of the height of the Cold War is what I'm describing. Like when we were like, yeah, breakdance, got lots of Velcro, fuck Russia, boop, boop, boop. I got 7 kinds of toast, seven kinds of toast, caramel, bacon, M&M, Skittles. Wait.
Those sound like great toasts.
It's just there was more shit than you ever thought you needed. Like while we were like supposedly in a Cold War, and then Russia was at that same height was like the average Russian citizen was like, they spent all my money combating those glow in the dark pretzel commercials. I'm gonna just sit here in my cubicle and drink because all of my money goes to missiles and researching Cinnamon Toast Crunch. See if we can find a weakness in their plan.
Yeah, we had no money back then. We basically.
So you drink. Yeah, and then the kids watch the parents drink, and then everybody drinks. You just drink.
Something like that.
What was New Zealand doing during the Cold War?
Hanging out.
Just being chill.
You guys don't have any missiles, do you? Do you have any missiles you could blow anyone up with?
Apparently back in the 70s, the joke was that there were 4 people unemployed in the country and the Prime Minister knew them all by name. Apparently that's how it was.
What did you say? There were 4 unemployed people in the country, and the
Back
Prime
in the
Minister
time.
knew them all by name? He's like, oh yeah, Steve, get a job, Steve. He tried. Hey, Prime Minister, I'm fired. Fucking get a job, Toby. I know your mother. It's not the country's problem. You're lazy. I've talked to your family. I'm tired of pulling strings for you. Yeah.
So yeah, not quite the Cold War, but around that time, and just so much infrastructure and things we built. So
That's awesome.
Could you swim to Australia from New Zealand?
me personally,
No, not you. Could anyone? Could a human being? How big is it compared to like?
I think it's been done. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, no, probably not.
There's gonna be a lot of sharks.
No,
Sharks would just eat you.
it's a bit too cold for sharks most of the time.
Oh yeah.
But don't
It's
they
cold?
do all that sort of stuff with the cages and boats and people swimming the English Channel and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, the English
That's a bit-
Channel, yeah, it's like it's just
pretty
like
small,
it's
though.
just small enough that you can like set a record by doing some weird across it.
Yeah, I think it's,
Like it's not. No one would ever think about doing it, but you can do it. I was wondering how that compares to.
probably a bit too far to go from New Zealand to Australia.
Yeah.
It would be about 2 hours flying time, so it's probably too far.
Yeah, that's a long. That'd be like a day of swimming, probably, right?
All right.
Feel are there spiders in Russia or New Zealand? Spiders?
Black widows, brown recluses.
They're red widows over there.
Not sure about black widows, but spiders are everywhere.
All right, so we're gonna try something really specific here.
Okay.
All right, can you play a rap beat?
I don't have one, but I can beatbox.
Well, I think Zach might.
Zach will probably have a rap beat. So when I point at you guys,
Sorry,
this
you're
is your part of the rap. You don't have to. Don't panic. I can feel you panicking. All you have to do, Eugene, is whenever I point at you, you just say Russia. That's all you have to do, and you just have to say New Zealand. I forgot your name already.
Matthew.
What's
Matthew.
Matthew. All right, Matthew. You say New Zealand when I
I
point at
can
you.
probably handle that.
Eugene, you say Russia. All right, and if you have a rap beat, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Nation to nation. Which nation is best? The ones in north, south, east, or west? I'm gonna compare nations and rap about them to you. Fuck your mama with a shoe. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Russia.
Russia's the best. Fucked your mama all the east and the west.
Thank you.
Yo, Russia got Lenin's tomb. I fucked your mama so hard, she ruptured her womb. I'm sorry. Yo. Fucked your mama up and down Red Square. Fucked your mama at the county fair. Fucked your mama outside of the Kremlin. Sold your mama's pussy like it was a gremlin. In a Chinese shop.
Yep.
A curiosities. Get a mop. Don't get water on his back. He's gonna reproduce and then he'll attack. Don't feed him after midnight or they'll turn bad.
New Zealand.
Yeah. New Zealand is the place to be. It's on the top of Australia, you see. You got less kangaroos up there because they can't make the hop and they got thick hair. Yo.
New Zealand.
Located atop the River Ganges, the New Zealand island is populated primarily by criminals.
Russia.
Alcohol. Located east of the River Ganges, the Soviet Union, now known as the Soviet Republic. So, taxes, no new taxes.
New Zealand.
Russia.
New Zealand.
Russia.
New Zealand. New Zealand. New Zealand.
Russia.
All right, yeah, okay, that's good enough. We'll end there. That bit. Thank you, Eugene and Matthew, for our international guests. You guys can take a seat. Unless there's anything that you provided us with so much. Is there anything that while you're here you've traveled a long way?
Yeah, I traveled to ask you one question.
Oh yeah, God! I can't believe we almost lost you. Yeah, that slipped your mind. All my belongings in my backpack. I saw Joel McHale in an illegal BitTorrent. I made it here, but then you did that rap, and it was so funny. And see you later. All right, what's your question? You have the floor.
If you woke up on an island one day, and all you had is a cloning machine that could make instant clones of yourself, what would you do?
And it's not because among the possibilities and among some of the necessities are you might have to eat yourself. And you might want to fuck yourself. And
married too.
And any of yourselves might want to kill you for fucking and eating you. Are the clones? Do they have my mind? All my memories? Or are they just biologically me and they come out kind of like new to the world and I get to teach them English or not?
No, actually they complete copy of you the moment you...
Memories.
So they just come out and going like, oh, hey, I'm not a copy.
Yeah.
And I go like, yeah, you are. You just came out of the copy machine. Like, okay, well, so you needed a friend? And I'm like, no, I'm hungry. Like you'd have to like I mean, I'm assuming like
You'd
there's
hide
no food.
right by with a baseball bat and just waiting.
You would just have this device, like this 2x4 that would come down with a nail on
You
it.
just make a mob grinder like a Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft mob grinder. Yeah, just that you would hang the cloning machine over a pit of spikes. Just hang it facing down, so that it just shot down like a kitchen faucet. And then there's two
What a life.
early clones that you've enslaved and hired to drag the corpses. And they know they get 20% of the corpses because you have pretended there's a bunch of you up there by taking previous clones' dead bodies and kind of puppeting them and going on. So they think there's a whole society up there and that they did something wrong. If they keep hauling corpses and cleaning and cooking them and passing the meat up through the dumbwaiter, they get an arm.
This is actually what that TV series The Illusionist is about.
Yeah, The Illusionist.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, can I ask have you thought about this? What you would do, or is this just a question to make people sad?
Actually, I wanted to hear your version because I had something on my mind, killing myself, making a boat of my skin and bones.
I went there. I thought about that.
This is not the time or the place to judge people for. The question is, what would you do? Not, can you impress us with your lying? Did you say you'd make weapons or clothes?
No, a boat.
Boat?
A boat.
Boat.
Oh, to get off the island.
Yeah.
It's just. Meanwhile, in Portland, and they're like, "What? We got something out here," and it's just this giant cured human flesh, cartilage, Cronenbergian fucking vessel. You're rowing a femur. Oh my God, man! What have you? But don't you think that you could make enough of you and then say, huddle up, everybody! Come on, we don't have any time. You can get dressed in a second. Here's the situation: no food, no water, desert island. Just made a ton of mouths to feed. We gotta split up. Let's fucking do this. Let's turn this place into Miami. Like get out there. I want you to start sharpening sticks. You hand the sharp sticks to him. You get some wild boar. I want you to start punching grass and plants and see if any seeds come out. Again, all my survivalist knowledge is based on Minecraft. If you punch enough grass, doesn't a seed come out that you can use to make food eventually?
Punch one log, then make a crafting table.
But you could, do you think, or would that automatically, it would be like, no way, because the whole point of a biomass is that if it's gotten that big, it's because it was sustainable. Like, there's no way you could drop 50 strangers on an island and expect more than 20 of them to be alive 3 days later.
Yeah, probably.
Could you make like 20 of you and then be like, all right, guys, huddle up. Listen, I know we don't have any food, but I'm gonna make one more of me, and we're all gonna eat that one. I feel like that could work?
Yeah, that's what you
is
do.
this a
You start a
one-shot
cabal.
only? Like you make however many you make, and then the cloning machine's broken, or can you make food people? For lack of a better word.
Actually, I thought about it. You can make as much as you like.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
perfect.
many-
So you
as
can
many.
eat a bunch of them. That's cool.
It's a meat machine.
All right.
But I feel like I would, if I had a choice between, and I do in this hypothesis, I have a choice between making 20 of me and saying let's all ritualistically eat into new people who are no different from any of us except that they're 21st.
Yeah. They're late.
It's just bad for morale. It's just like everyone's at the table going, are you going to finish that toe? And they're like, this is great. Me is great. And everyone's like, yeah, we're so lucky to be given this bounty. What do you guys want to do tomorrow? Well, let's press the button again and do this again. And everyone would just have this kind of pall cast over them where they're like, well, what's the point? Whereas if you just take things into your own hands and are like, I'm a maniac. I control this machine. I'm gonna control the food chain. I'm gonna position myself as like a god and create a new civilization underneath me in which I don't have to deal with the psychological ramifications of life and death. I simply am past meat up. Like, it's already cooked even. I can't even recognize it. I'll start to convince myself. I'll bury the lip of the machine so that all I do is hit a button and I slowly forget that it's me coming out of it. And I just, like, every day I go to, like, a bamboo cabinet and I open it and a fresh steaming pile of me it's been delicately prepared by the best chef version of me because I'm Sumner Redstone. Like, I'm just like, I don't even touch the things I control. Like, I just like, there's just layers of fucking, like, metropolises down there.
Sorry, you just compared yourself to the CEO of Viacom.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're like those guys, like those, they don't even.
No,
like,
I get it. I don't know what's happening on Comedy Central. I'm talking to VH1 today, but
yeah,
really
like
what you're saying is, I don't know. I guess that's me. I'm just pressing a button.
Yeah,
I buried my machine underground.
You could easily just like forget about it. I believe.
I would hope so.
In a way, we have all done this. That bamboo cabinet is called America. That button's called your taxes.
You're a genius, Dan.
Eugene!
Thank you, Eugene. Congratulations on a successful pilgrimage.
Oh!
Everything, all his stuff's in that backpack.
I mean, this isn't hilarious, but you guys didn't go with what I would have done, which I don't even know if this is a good idea, but some species of ants have evolved a way of surviving floods by which they all form together in a giant ant ball,
right.
and they slowly spin in the water. Each person gets a